Hello you wonderful people, how are you doing? Alright, so I have another video about Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, and I'll be honest, after reading the comments online, I keep seeing another trend with this whole fight, and it's very clear that there is still a large amount of people that truly believe that Tommy Fury is going to pull out. Now, the main reason why people are saying that Tommy Fury is going to pull out is because of his past. Tommy Fury has already pulled out of the Jake Paul fight 2 times. The first time he was saying that he had a chest infection from broken ribs, and then the second time he apparently had some sort of visa problems, and the truth came out that apparently it was something to do with his family being associated with some sort of, it isn't very straight, let's just say that. Although Tommy has had different excuses, and whether it's believable or not, it still looks extremely bad on his image that he's pulled out 2 times and it's always been very close to the start date. Personally, for me, I don't know if they are legitimate reasons or if they're made up. I can't say for sure, but the truth is Jake was extremely angry, especially the second time around, because Tommy Fury pulled out of the second fight, like I said, because of visa issues. That aggravated Jake, and that is the reason why a lot of people call Tommy Fury Tommy Fumbles, because Jake Paul made the meme that he always fumbles his fights. Tommy not showing up to these 2 fights has done nothing but severely damage his image, and people do question his legitimacy in boxing. And of course, recently, as everybody has seen, he did not attend the press conference. Are you surprised? And that of course only adds to the narrative that Jake Paul of course will play into, that Tommy's scared and how he's not showing up to anything. Jake took full advantage of Tommy Fury not being at the press conference, despite the fact that Jake was basically slating Tommy. Tommy did what he usually does, just remain silent. The thing is the only time he broke silence is when he was offered an interview, and he took the interview. I think it was with Fight Hype. According to Tommy, this is the reason as to why he didn't want to go to the press conference.
Yeah, I can clarify. So basically, Jake Paul signed up to professional boxing. And in the sport of professional boxing, we don't break camp mid to end of the camp. So why would I fly out and break my training camp to fly all the way to Saudi Arabia for a 10-minute press conference, fly all the way back to Manchester, finish my camp, and then the following week, then fly back out to Saudi Arabia?
Okay, so let me get this straight. He's saying that he doesn't want to break training camp, which is fair enough, you know, I fully understand that. But I don't mean to be funny. Haven't people done this in the past where they've done a press conference, and although it's not very good, they do it over Zoom? I understand if you don't want to break your training camp and you don't want to fly over, but at least show your face on a 10-minute Zoom call, because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people that are doubting whether you will even turn up. And you not turning up to the press conference, it's because of private and personal reasons, and then come out only a few days later to say, oh no, I was in training camp. How's that private and personal reasons? Just say that. Just say, I'm busy. Like I said, people are doubtful this fight will happen. So for Tommy to just not even show up or not show his face is doing nothing other than hurting the fight and his own image. It's like he's trying to take the moral high ground and look, I don't care. There's a reason for why I did this. Whether or not there's a reason for doing something doesn't change the fact it has a negative impact on the fight. The reason why Jake Paul's pay-per-view buys were so bad when he fought Tyron Woodley the second fight is because he was originally supposed to fight Tommy, but Tommy pulled out. Who's going to do all the pre-buys if people don't know if Tommy's going to buy this fight? And then Tommy not showing up to the press conference is just reaffirming people's beliefs that Tommy's not going to show up. Tommy should be doing absolutely everything he possibly can, showing his face, showing and promoting this fight to show, look, this fight is serious. Because guess what? If people believe that you're going to show up, more people will buy the fight and you'll make more money. So just promote it. You want people to be gassed about this fight, but the main thing that people seem to be talking about online is Tommy gonna show up? That's terrible. I have never seen anything like this from a professional boxer. I've never seen it where it's so unsure whether your opponent's going to turn up. It's craziness. But the thing is not only is this affecting this current fight, but I don't mean to be funny, but if I was another boxer or a boxing promoting company and I saw the way Tommy was behaving by not promoting the fight, bothering up to press conferences, I would think, do I really want this guy to be on my card? Because is he going to show up? The whole thing is it is affecting Tommy's image. Like I said before, I like Tommy. I think he's fine, he's okay. But the truth is what he's doing is affecting his image. He can't hide behind the fact that, oh, I was training. you can't look reliable. You have to look reliable. You have to look like someone who can sell tickets. And he isn't doing that. And it's funny because you can clearly see how much Jake is in Tommy's head. The whole idea of this fight is Jake Paul saying this fight is called The Truth because it's exposing Tommy Fury for being a fake boxer. And it's all about exposing him for not being a proper Fury and all this stuff. And you can definitely tell that this is seriously affecting Tommy's head because every interview or every time Tommy seems to speak, he tends to say that he's a professional every single time, like reaffirming to people, I am a professional. Like, don't listen to Jake. I am a pro.
So basically, Jake Paul signed up to professional boxing, in the sport of professional boxing.
But the truth is he's not acting like one. He seems to just not care at all. He seems to only care about the fight. And at the end of the day, you can't do that. You have to care about the build-up. You have to care about building up the interest and the sales. But he's not doing anything. And you can't help but question, did Tommy just not turn up to the press conference because he can't shit talk? Because let's be real, Tommy can only say one thing. You fought old men. Or, I've been boxing longer than you. He doesn't have that ability to like look at Jake Paul and, you know, do a bit of research and figure out all the bad things that Jake Paul's done and bring it up and basically make Jake look like an idiot. Tommy doesn't do that. He just stands there and goes, no, trust me, I'm better than you. He can't shit talk, and that's probably one of the main reasons why, in my opinion, he didn't even bother turning up to the press conference, even on a Zoom call, because what's going to happen? Jake's going to sit there, slander him, take the piss out of him, make the audience laugh, and then Tommy will just look like, you know, someone who can't fight back. The thing is whether you like Jake or not, he does say things where you can see it can really aggravate another fighter. How can Tommy, in the position that he's in, argue when Jake is saying things like this?
His whole entire life, piggybacked off of his brother, got into the business because that's what he was supposed to do. He didn't know anything else to do. Got famous off of some reality show, and now is just riding the wave, trying to get a paycheck so that Molly isn't the one making all the money in the relationship.
So far, this entire fight, in my opinion, Tommy has not come across well at all. He really hasn't. It doesn't change the fact that I still think Tommy will win. I just don't agree with the way he's handled it. He isn't gassing this fight up at all. I know what everyone's thinking. He's not turning up to the press conferences. He's always got excuses. He doesn't really seem to get that involved in the shit talking. He kind of just lets Jake run with it. Like, is he actually as fully invested as he says? And is he going to pull out? And the short answer is, in my opinion, no. He will not pull out. He will attend the fight, because if he doesn't turn up, he will look like such a coward, and he does not want that. You have to also remember, whether Tommy wins or loses, the amount of money that Tommy will get will be life-changing. He will get millions of pounds. That could change anybody's life. He would be crazy not to take the fight. And the truth is if Tommy did want to pull out, what excuse can he have? He's already been to Saudi Arabia. They know that he can go to Saudi Arabia. There is no reason as to why Tommy could pull out. All I'm going to say is this. I believe Tommy Fury will turn up to the fight. I think there's no way of him escaping the fight this time. Because at the end of the day, if Tommy loses, you got to think about things like, he has got one of the perfect excuses to fall back on. If he loses, he can say, the reason I lost is because I was in a training camp late because I had a newborn child. Complications or whatever, I was stressed, I wasn't in the right headset, I just cared about my newborn son or daughter. Or something like that. Like, there are things he could say to get away from it. I think this fight will happen. I just think that Tommy is just so bad at promoting fights, and he should definitely learn from this experience and learn that it can't just be one-sided promoting a fight. Like I said, I respect Tommy Fury. I think he's fine. He's a good boxer. He's not really like someone I dislike, but his lead up to fights is dreadful. He does not add any enthusiasm to the fight. It's painfully bad. So that's it. I believe the fight is going to happen. I think Tommy Fury will definitely, attend. I just think that he literally is just making Jake Paul do all the hard work, because at the end of the day, if Tommy puts in the work, or if he doesn't put in the work promoting the fight, he's going to take millions anyway. So he's probably like, I don't care. Which I think is just bad sportsmanship, in all honesty. That's what I'm thinking, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you are one of the people that believe Tommy is not going to show up. I'd be very interested to hear the reasons as to why you might think that. I just want to say I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.